The national student debt total has reached $1.5 trillion, the second highest in consumer debt category behind mortgage debt. With so much money in play, it's unsurprising that most media and student attention is focused on college loan debt. However, some experts, such as BVU's Vice President of Enrollment Management, Kevin McIntyre, believe that this focus distracts students from the real danger to their finances.
Now, there's a lot of media attention about student debt, and they seem to find the 3 students in the United States who overborrow for their undergraduate degree and blow it out of proportion. Most students can, if they manage it right, can get through a 4-year private education for a lot less than they think.
While student loan debt gets all the attention, the financial problems that most college students struggle with on a daily basis are poor personal finance and lack of confidence when it comes to money management. We asked BVU students to share their experiences with managing money and their confidence in managing their finances.
Pretty confident.
I feel pretty good about it.
I'm not the best at it, but I can generally figure it out.
Probably average. Give it a 5 out of 10.
Like monthly budgeting and that, I feel fairly confident, but when it comes to just the macro of my finances, I'm not so confident.
I'm not confident at all.
I am not confident at all in my personal finance or money management.
We also spoke with 2 BVU students willing to share their stories of personal finance management and financial struggles.
I'm Tatum Hoadley. I am a biology major and I'm a sophomore. I have work study and a job off campus as well. So I have 2 jobs. I spend so much money on food. I'm not gonna lie. So much money on food.
We also spoke with Tyler Lohr, a sophomore law major with his own financial problems.
I work in the electronics department in the back of the store at Walmart. I just stock shelves. That's pretty much all I do. I feel like I spend a lot of money on gas. I also feel like I spend a lot of money on eating because I get off work and the serve's closed, so I have to swing somewhere to eat. So that definitely adds up.
Other BV students we interviewed reported similar experiences.
What do you typically spend your money on?
The bare necessities.
Some necessities, really.
I mean, typically it's like the necessities.
Books and do it the right way. The other way, it's I'm paying for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Video games, to be honest.
Just video games.
Food. I eat out a lot.
Gas.
Food and gas, because I commute.
I gotta fill my car with gasoline.
Every now and then I can buy food.
Food.
Getting food on the weekends.
Food.
I really only spend my money on gas and food.
Alcohol on the weekends. I like to go out.
A little bit more fast food than I should.
The coffee shop.
I'm a big eater, so I eat a lot of food.
Getting stuff for fun on the weekends.
Food and beer.
Can you elaborate, please?
Busch Light.
If you're spending too much money on that fund, then you should probably stop. I think not enough people realize that they need to save money while they're still in college, because that'll help a lot.
I personally think that spending money on like alcohol and going out definitely impacts some college students and their experiences with saving versus spending. I feel like they spend more money than they're saving because they constantly want to be doing something.
Tatum and Tyler have also experienced their own share of personal finance struggles in the past year.
Yes, actually this semester I had a really big financial problem. I had to get a $4,000 loan from my bank to be able to like finish this semester out. At first I thought I was like, okay, can I get a loan, like a parent subsidized loan, or can BV help me like with a grant or another loan? And so I went to financial aid and everything, and they couldn't really help me with anything. They gave me as much as they could. So then I was like stressing out about it for like a week. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And one of my friends was like, why don't you ask your bank?
I still have to work at Walmart to pay BV a monthly payment plan. If I didn't make like at least $500 a month, it'd be really hard for me to even attend this school, or any school for that matter. It's so hard to manage money.
Tatum and Tyler's circumstances are unique, but struggles with personal finance management are common with college students and have been for generations.
Kevin Price, I'm a professor here at BVU. I'm an instructor of management, and I've probably made every mistake a student could make with personal finance, student debt, those types of things. I was a first-generation college student, and I had to learn about personal finance by knocking my head against the wall, more or less, and making a lot of bad decisions. Because I came from a lower income farming family, I qualified for a lot of financial aid, a majority of which was student loans. And I took the max that was offered to me every year. It didn't matter whether I needed it or not. I didn't need all the money that I took out. I spent the money on things that were completely unnecessary, not understanding that after graduation, I was going to have to pay back this huge loan that I was getting. I really didn't have anything to help me cover that extra expense that I was just having fun with.
Price's experiences show that far from being a new phenomenon, college students have struggled with managing their finances for generations. Price also shows that while loans can be a source of financial stress, it is poor financial management skills among college students that is the heart of the issue. And according to Price, that lack of skill comes from poor financial education.
I think it varies by place, by high school, by institution. I see some students who are prepared. If your parents have a really good mindset and attitude towards money, and they pass that on, that's a good thing. It helps prepare. Just like if they don't, it can hurt you on your financial journey because you don't understand some of the concepts. But I think a lot of colleges have tried to start incorporating that personal finance education into their curriculum because they realize that it's not coming from any place else and it needs to be added to the curriculum so that people are more prepared.
Tatum and Tyler have also seen how a lack of personal finance education has impacted their financial management skills, as well as other new students.
High school probably needs to teach students more about loans and everything, because they'll tell you, yeah, you need to do this and this and this, but they don't tell you the effect that it can have on you if you don't start to pay it off sooner. The personal finance that I had education in high school, it was for about a week, and I know that I had it, but I don't remember anything about it.
Actually, 2 of the classes I took here at BV taught me more about the saving and using accounting ledgers. If I would have known that stuff before BV, then it probably would have been beneficial. I guess it's helped me moving forward though, so that's good.
I know most people experience financial troubles, and some of my friends, they have been educated about it. I think it's just kind of how you use your education.
Incoming freshmen to colleges do lack personal finance and how to save their money because most high schoolers just spend whatever money they make. They see it as a freedom to get out of the house. Personally, if I had worked my job in high school and saved all my money, I feel like my first couple of semesters of college probably would have been a lot easier to finance and pay for.
I wish I would have gotten more education for that. I think I would have had financial struggles, but not as much as I've had right now.
Tatum has managed to supplement this lack of formalized education with practical experience, building personal finance skills prior to attending college.
I do plan out a budget most of the time. Every month, I'll plan out what I need to pay, and then I'll put that in my checking. Usually, so I'll put 75% into my savings, and then the 25% that's left, I'll budget that to what bills I need to pay and everything. And then if I need to take more out of my savings, I'm fine with it. Just for if I want to go out with my friends somewhere, if I want to go eat somewhere, I will take stuff out of my savings just because I know that it's there. I can take it. I have enough there where I don't feel bad if I just want to be okay, let's do this.
Unfortunately for Tyler, a lack of personal finance education and practical experience prior to attending college has led to further struggles with personal finance and using financial management tools.
I don't personally use any financial planning. It's something I do kind of in my head. It's not probably the best process to do it, but I know what money I make, I know what money I take in, and I know what money I owe BV, and so just making enough money to pay off my debts, I guess, is what worries me most.
Tyler's experiences and financial fears are common among college students, as is a hesitation to reach out to others for help. However, the solution is far from hopeless, and improving personal finance skills can start with something as small as asking questions, as Tatum's own experience has shown.
Loans used to be a problem because I didn't really understand it at first. I just was like, okay, yeah, I have a loan. And then when I first would get loans for college, I was like, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'll pay it back when I get out of college. No, you need to think ahead. I went and asked financial aid about it. I was just like, hey, tell me more about this. Tell me more about these loans. I think some people just struggle on their own because they're afraid to ask questions. They don't want people to know that they're struggling with it. When they should ask questions, they should get out of that. They should not want to struggle anymore and not be embarrassed if they are struggling, because if you're embarrassed about it, you're just going to keep struggling and you're just going to keep digging yourself into a bigger and deeper hole, and you don't need that.
Tatum's effort to improve her financial situation by asking questions represents a trend among current college students. When personal finance education is lacking, asking for help can be the only way to improve the situation, and resources are readily available for those willing to reach out for them.
Students are trying to understand how they can accomplish their goals without creating a crushing debt at the end of their college degrees. That awareness, I think, is leading them to make better decisions about working, cutting back on unnecessary expenses while they're in college, to kind of focus and trim things down to just what's needed to get to the end point of getting their degree. There's a lot more request for information or a desire to figure things out.
While his financial situation has caused him some struggles, Tyler has still found that learning to budget and make long-term financial plans is in his best course for securing a financially stable college life while preparing for his future.
My best advice to students in college and students going into college is figure out what you think you're going to spend every month versus what you make. And then once you pay all your expenses, you need to figure out what you want to spend for yourself while still setting some back.
As both Tatum and Tyler have experienced, practicing good personal finance can be difficult. Rising tuition means more loans. And for incoming students with little to no personal finance education, learning how to manage their money and plan for the future can seem like an insurmountable wall. But for those willing to admit their shortcomings and reach out, resources and help are readily available. However, knowledge is only part of the problem when it comes to financial success among college students. According to Professor Price, the other half is about having the right mentality.
I think it's about knowledge and mindset, understanding the impact of both good and bad financial decisions. Unfortunately, we need money to live in the world, and to do just about anything you want to do involves money. Having the right mindset to achieve the goals you want to achieve is as crucial as having good knowledge. I honestly believe that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. And if you really want to graduate from college, budgeting is huge.